right then. Good morning, Leslie. Thanks to you and to Paul to being great supporters of RPR and realizing the Realtor membership value that RPR brings to the table. I'm really looking forward to presenting to the RACEM members today, talking about the 5 high-octane RPR tools that they can use today. I guarantee that when you folks finish watching this video, you will be able to go right out and use some of these tools in preparing for your next client meetings, in preparing for prospecting. All of that you'll be able to address with RPR at the conclusion of this class. And then if I can just get my stuff together here and get my PowerPoint up and running, we will get started. Alrighty. I am really, I just want to give a quick start, a quick overview about what RPR is and what it isn't. It is a national parcel-centric database of residential and commercial properties. What I really want you to realize about this is that RPR, what that means is that RPR collects the public record data from over 170 million properties in the United States. And all that data, who owns the property, what they paid for it, what their mortgages are, that's all in there. If the property's ever been listed by an MLS, that gets layered over that public record data. And also what it means is that you can essentially plug in any property address in the United States, commercial or residential, and look at that info. Also, over half of the MLSs in the country display their active listing data in RPR. So you could be working with a seller here, here in Massachusetts, and if they're moving out of state, and you could actually look up property and economic, demographic, quality of life information about where they're going. And if you look at some different properties that they might be interested in, all of the properties in RPR have the listing agent's contact information. So in theory, in essence, it's a referral base. You could pick up the phone, have a chat with that realtor, and you can make a referral. I love that mailbox money. So keep that in mind. Built exclusively for realtors, no additional charge, no consumer access. We want the consumer to ask you for any one of the multiple different reports that are available in RPR. All righty, let's see. Let's get going here. We want to create efficiencies to help you do things better, which essentially is we give you the data in some fabulous reports, easy to create, easy to read, easy to explain. We give you the data and tech that confirm that the realtor is the market expert, and it reinforces the value of working with a realtor. I'm going to talk about 5 things today, but I did want you to know that realtors are using RPR for all of these different points. We have points of interest, heat maps, plat maps. I told you about a bunch of different reports that there are 3 different CMAs, neighborhood reports, market area reports, trade area reports. It goes on, whether you're working with commercial or residential client. We have valuations. We have a refined value calculator that gives you today's value of historical home improvements. So there are a lot of different ways to use RPR. And if you click on or take a photo of the 50 ways to use RPR barcode in the lower right-hand corner of the page, you'll learn 50 different ways to use RPR. Today, though, we're going to look at the turnover calculator. Will you be able to compare the turnover rates and the hotness factor between different geographic areas? And you create those different geographic areas. It could be a neighborhood, it could be a zip code, it could be a county. It's entirely up to you. Script starters. When you walk in and you're discussing value ranges and the seller says, but this online valuation company tells me my home is worth this. We give you a starter script on how to combat misinformation, how to combat obstacles, and then we show you the tools that RPR has to back up your position. Our market trends in the AI script writer, Canva templates, and our commercial trade area report and script writer. In the chat, which you don't have access to, but don't worry about, because Leslie is going to send out to all of you with this email, you'll have received links that you'll be able to get more of a deep dive of information on what we're talking about today and where you can get training on other aspects of RPR. So let's talk about calculating turnover rate first by pinpointing your ideal farming area. The instructions are going to show you using the home page, our map search under research. You can see at the top of the page, you have several tabs: home, research, marketing, and reports, help, learn, and your profile. And what we're going to, what the instructions are going to tell you to start with research, and then you're going to go to the map because you're going to want to do a map search of your different areas and the areas that you select where you want to do your prospecting and where you want to decide where's the hot area, where are the areas that don't have a lot of turnover. Because if an area has a lot of turnover, you want to be right there to be aware of the turnover, to get listings, and to be aware of where folks are if you're working with buyers. So you'll click on research, you'll click on map search, and then the instructions will walk you through on selecting your areas. And then you'll save that. If you look in the upper left-hand corner of the map, you'll have a saved area. So you don't have to continually be going through this exercise to select the areas where you want to farm or prospect. I also want to bring your attention just for a moment over here to mailing labels, because you'll use those same geographic areas to create your mailing labels for snail mail, which snail mail is making a comeback. And if you're giving valuable information, folks will want to open up that mail. Once you've created your geographic areas, you'll then be walked through to find the turnover and all of the numbers that you need to put into the turnover calculator. You'll put in the location. I pulled up and put in one of the 3 zip codes in New Bedford, because maybe you'll want to look at New Bedford by zip code, but even within New Bedford, you can select just a geographic area on the map and draw it yourself. But so you will put that geographic area in the location box. You'll want to make sure over here where the red arrow is pointing to type and status, you'll click on that and you'll make sure that you're looking for your actives, your solds. The numbers that you need to plug into the calculator will be there. I wanted you to make a note of this though. The calculator asks you for the average days on market. For average days on market, I want you to go into MLS PIN and I want you to pull up the sales for your geographic area. And I know that PIN does allow you to select geographic areas. And I want you to pull the line list, that list, line by line list, where at the bottom of the page, it'll tell you average sales price or average list price. And it'll also tell you average days on market. Because RPR does not calculate the averages, RPR calculates the median. So remember, when it asks you for the average days on market for the turnover calculator, you're going to go to MLS PIN. Make sure all of the other filters are cleared out. Make sure all of your property types are checked, and check your filters over here and make sure those are blank so that you can get a clear picture of the property status and property type that you're looking for. Then here is the real estate turnover calculator, and you'll put in all of this information. And notice here, again, it says average days on market. You're going to go to MLS PIN for that. Your estimated cost per mailing, that's your calculation, however you choose to send out your prospecting, whether it's a postcard, and we have how to create postcard. We have some Canva templates for you to use on creating a postcard. I'll get to those in a moment. Then you'll add your neighborhoods, because you'll notice here is a neighborhood comparison. So you put in your first neighborhood. So for example, if you use the 3 different zip codes in New Bedford, your first neighborhood name would be the zip code or whatever you name that, one of those 3 zip codes. And then for your next neighborhood, the next zip code, just click here and fill in this this information. Then once you're done, you'll be able to have this feature down here where it will compare the neighborhood, number of homes sold, number of homes, the turnover rate, total cost of mailing, average days on market, and here's the hotness score. So the hotness score is, the higher the score, the hotter the neighborhood is. So you'll be able to edit and remove if you'd like. So you'll be able to compare, where do I want to focus my prospecting efforts? Where do I want to really get out there, make that neighborhood, that area known, to let them know about me, what I do, what I bring to the table, the resources I have, and start prospecting. I'm going to bring yours back over here to the left-hand side of the page. You can print the page, export it to a CSV, or copy the table so that you'll then have that record for you. So that, in a nutshell, is the turnover calculator. We give you step-by-step instructions. We give you the turnover calculator. We give you all of the values that you need to put in here, except for days on market that you'll get from MLS PIN, and then the estimated cost per mailing. Script starters. When clients push back, RPR has your back. This is a great tool. These, all of these script starters we have for you, and we have the RPR tools that will help you back up these script starters. So let's get going. This is the one we hear all the time. Wait a second. I know my home's worth X, Y, 1, 2, 3. The neighbor's house across the street sold for, or whatever, what they think they know what their home is worth. We all know that there's a fair market value for a property, and ultimately the home is worth what a buyer is willing to pay for it. But we've got this little script for you. It says, I understand you've looked at online estimates, and that's a great starting point. But I have a special resource that allows me to dig much deeper into the data. We'll look at recent sales of truly comparable homes, not just a computer algorithm. This ensures your pricing is both realistic and competitive. So that's going to start your script. That's your script starter. That opens the door for you to give them the tools, the CMAs, looking at market trends, and all of the features that we have that you can show to the prospective seller what the property is really, the price range where it's likely to sell, and always remembering to remind them that it's ultimately worth what a buyer is willing to pay. And they need you to position that property in the right, give them the price range to put it on the market. They need you to manage that sale. They need you to manage expectations for all, and RPR has that for you. And at the end of these script starters, I'll give you more of the tools available. How about this one? An online estimate told us our house is worth more than you're saying. Yes, I understand that you may have seen your home online and you're happy with the number you saw, but are you familiar with how online AVMs work? They use general sales data and public records, but don't consider your home's condition or recent upgrades. Within RPR, we also have a tool called an RVM, a feature, a realtor valuation model. Now, an AVM, which is a value that's created using, as it says, general sales and public records. And they don't have what we have within RPR, which is the MLS data and the actives and the pendings. The active list price and a pending list price is highly influential in the algorithm for a property, and we call that an RVM. You might want to write this down. An AVM is accurate within 60% plus or minus of fair market value, is accurate 60 to 65% of the time. But an RPR RVM is accurate within 10% plus or minus of fair market value 90 to 95% of the time. So when you're in RPR, click on the RVM and look at that so that you can better explain to the consumer why the RPR RVM gives you a higher degree of accuracy, because the secret sauce are the active list prices and the pending list prices. Another starter could be, to follow up with that is, I will provide you with more accurate data, and I can show you recent sales in the area for a clearer picture. I will build you a professional CMA using proprietary realtor tools and data. This will help us find the perfect way to price your home. All real estate professionals are the same. When you're working with sellers, you're going to tell them, well, while selling yourself is possible, my network and market insights help me identify potential buyers who may be a great fit for your home. Plus, I handle complex negotiations every day, aiming to get you the best possible terms, not just a quick sale. And when you're working with buyers, you can say, negotiations can be tricky. I have access to in-depth market data to back up our offers. This means not just getting you a good price, but the right terms to save you even more in the long run. And how about this one? As you know, realtors, and I am a realtor in Massachusetts. I live in Florida now, but I have my Massachusetts broker's license. I've had it for 30 years, and I actively listed and sold for over 15 years. And I know that sometimes we might work out of our area, and more often, in these past few years, realtors have gone further and further away from kind of their central location. And you may encounter someone that says, you haven't sold any houses in our area. And you can say, I understand you're concerned. You'll be impressed by how quickly I've become an expert on your neighborhood. I have access to a special database with local market neighborhood insights and pricing tools most people don't have access to, such as the area's walkability, vital metrics, and how neighborhoods stack up against each other. Let me show you how my expertise translate into the best possible outcome for your home sale. And I want to remind you that RPR has a number of different reports, and one that's referenced here is the neighborhood report with economic, demographic, quality of life, and market statistics. And the other thing I want to remind you of is these are just starters and a template. Practice them, but put them in your own words so that they sound more natural. I can sell it myself. Selling a home in today's market requires more than just putting up a listing or a sign. I constantly monitor local trends for things like median days on market and price adjustments. This lets us fine-tune your pricing and marketing as the market shifts and evolves. So these are some ways to get you started. I told you to, practice them. They're just templates. You'll want to change them up to make them sound more like you and you're comfortable with them. And then when you're backing up your response, what are you going to use? Well, I know what my home's worth. You're going to use the RPR CMA, where you can make fine-tuned adjustments to the value based on your market experience, or you can use our RPR sales comparison analysis tool. This is based on how an appraiser does an appraisal. So it has those line by line adjustments for additions and subtractions for condition and for what various features are valued at in the marketplace. So that can really help you. And I'm going to give you a tip. I didn't come up with this myself, but a former president for Greater Boston Association of Realtors gave it to me. She said when she was working with her buyers, she always asked them for a copy of the appraisal. Remember, the appraisal belongs to the buyer. They can give it to whomever they want. And as she collected these appraisals, she started building a library of values so that she could then use the sales comp analysis tool. So number two, about online estimates and a home's worth. You're going to use our residential market trends and our AI script writer. And I'm going to show you that in just a moment. All real estate professionals are the same. I want you to go to the blog, to blog.narrpr.com, to learning. And I really want you to take a look at everything that RPR offers, all of the reports and the info, and I want you to start using those as a tool to differentiate yourself from other real estate professionals. Also, in these reports, you have the ability to add 5 custom pages. So on those 5 custom pages, one of them could be what sets you apart from other realtors. Could it be testimonials? Could it be how you work in the community and are so well connected to the community and how well you know a community, and you factor in that when working with buyers and sellers? So, really take advantage of this tool. It doesn't cost you anything additional. You're paying $12 a year from your national dues that you pay to your NAR dues. RPR costs $12 from your national dues. It only takes one listing to have that paid for, to pay for all your marketing, to pay for any additional promotional materials other than prospecting. So RPR is well worth the cost of 2 cups of coffee at Starbucks. Take advantage of it. And lastly, it says you haven't sold any houses in our area. Told you about the neighborhood reports. We're going to look at market trends. We have school reports. You're going to use your custom pages. You're going to use your custom pages in all of your reports. Market trends and AI script writer. Oh, love this tool. It's been used by over 300,000 realtors since it debuted, and we're getting rave reviews. So let's take a look. With market trends, and you'll get to the market trends when you're on a property. At the top of the page, you'll be able to see a tab that says market trends. The market trends are going to help you out to tell you at a glance, is it a seller's or a buyer's market? It'll give you month's supply of inventory, list to sold price percentage, median days in RPR, median sold price, and all of these other features you see here bullet pointed. The beauty of the market trends is you'll be able to see, if you look at the top of this page here, this is what the market trends are for Scottsdale, Arizona. And you can fine tune this even to different neighborhoods, provided there has been at least 3 sales in the previous month. And this top piece here, this market trends, will give you at a glance whether it's a buyer or a seller's market, and a balanced market. A balanced market is 6 months supply of inventory. And we can see here under key details that in Scottsdale, Arizona right now, there's 3.14 months of inventory, making it a seller's market for the property type, which is right here. The property type is single family and condo, townhouse, and apartments. And you can click on the drop down for the other property types available. So this is an at a glance. It's available on the desktop and the mobile. And I want to point out in the upper right hand corner of each of these cards, you can share this information. Like RPR reports, from the desktop, you can share to Facebook, and you can email your reports, and you can also share to public media, to social media, and to you can email, you can print a page, you can share this data. So you have the ability to create an additional drip campaign via social media. Say in the 3 different zip codes, you could pull those up and look at the market trends. And once a week, you could feature one of those zip codes on your Facebook or however else you like to promote yourself on social media. So let's look a little more closely at the market trends card. Oopsie daisy, let's click here. I apologize for that. So here it is here, a larger view. I'm going to go back one more time. And this is where you create your script. This is where you can share the information. So you just click here and follow the prompts. You can share on social via Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. You can copy it, download it, put it into any of your materials that you use to conduct your business, whatever your business model is. And I want to remind you that all of the data within RPR can be used, all the reports. You can excerpt features from reports. And if you create your own marketing materials, if it's in RPR, you are free to use it in a legal fashion to promote yourself and your realtor value. So let's see how to share these market trends. So you can see how easily that was done. I'm happy to, I'm actually going to play it for you. Again, share to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, create a JPEG, PNG, or copy. And there you have it. You can share this out and create instant market knowledge, reinforcing your knowledge of the marketplace and your realtor value. So now I'm going to click back here just once so that you can, from this page, you can grab this information and you can plug it into our Canva templates to use for you in your prospecting. In the lower right-hand corner, scan this QR code, and that will take you to a full-on explanation of our Canva templates. But we have templates for postcards, we have templates for newsletters, we have templates for email. And what you'll do is all you have to do is create a free Canva account. You do not have to pay for a Canva account. We have preloaded these templates into Canva, and each of these numbers here, you will customize with the numbers that you've grabbed from your market trends, and you'll plug them in here. And we also have the templates for social media as well. So I urge you to take advantage of this. You'll be able to customize it with your phone number here in the upper right. You can customize with a logo here in the upper right of this template. You can see we have many for you to choose from. You can plug in the card itself, or you can just plug in the different features, the different numbers here. So it's highly customizable, and you'll put this out and use it as part of your prospecting. Here on the left is for social media template, our postcard templates, and over here are the templates you can use for printed materials as well. Postcards up close, social up close. So now you have all this data. You have all this information from market trends. How, oftentimes we find it difficult to create the content. So what we've done for you is we've created scripts for you. You had your script starters earlier. This is where you're going to get a full-on script that will help you share that market data. You have the ability to edit it again to make it sound like your own. And again, a lot of the data sometimes can be overwhelming. So we put it in an easy format for you to convey to the client. And if you're not familiar with Marky Lemons Ryle, she is a national speaker. She's on every trend, top notch. And she said, one thing is certain, AI use in business is not going away. It took Facebook 10 months to get 1 million users. ChatGPT had 1 million users in 5 days. And then by January, after it had launched, there were 100 million users. If you're not a user, you will need to be, she warned. AI will not replace you. A person using AI will replace you. So think about that. We're creating these scripts using AI. It's not meant to replace you. It's just meant to, it's another tool in your toolbox. And RPR makes it super easy for you to use. So the market trend script writer is going to really look use AI and really look at all of that data. And it's really going to make you reinforce that you're super informed on what's happening. We've got a video script for you, and I'm going to show you where you can get that. You're going to have great content for greater engagement. You know, you wherever you are, as soon as you mention that you're a realtor, what's the first question? How's the market? And we've been trained to say, interesting, unbelievable. But if you can answer back very naturally with it flowing off the tip of your tongue, what's happening in a particular area? Oh, well, we're in a buyer's market because there's X amount of inventory on the market, or we're in a seller's market. And that allows you to then go into the next question. But tell me about you. Are you looking to buy? Are you looking to sell? And then you can open up a conversation to create a relationship and perhaps gain a client. So we're going to grab that data, we're going to create the content, and that way you're going to have more time for everything else. So how are you going to do it? You're going to go onto the market trends, upper right-hand corner, you're going to create the script, choose your tone, choose your audience, decide what you'd like to do. Create a script, choose your tone. You're going to go for buyers and sellers. You want to create a video. Don't be nervous about creating a video. We give you some step-by-steps on how to do that. And just remember with videos, people just want you to be authentic. You can make mistakes. They just want you to be real. You don't have to sound perfect. You just have to have the right information. So you can see you have 3 different scripts available, and you can then create that script, copy paste it. So create a script, choose your audience, create a video script, social campaign, analyze the metrics. And with the social campaign, they typically will give you, they'll show you whether it's for Facebook, LinkedIn, the platform that you're using. Analyze the metrics. That's a great one. Always look at this for yourself just so that you can have that market knowledge. And I want you to know that the market trends are available also on the mobile. The script will be coming on the mobile as well. So you're going to turn the data into dialogue. That's for that how's the market conversation, using it with buyers and sellers, guiding investors and prospecting. We'll give you a tool on creating the video script writing tools and how to create videos. That's available here. So grab a screenshot here. We have an ebook and you can download it and we'll give you a step-by-step on that. So that's the AI script writer, the market trends, use your Canva templates, create videos, and you will be the market area expert. So now let's talk a little bit about RPR commercial. I'm going to show you how to use the script writer in RPR commercial and the trends. But RPR commercial, you have access to this. You have access to on and off market properties. We have a number of different commercial listing site partners that you do not have to subscribe to, and they put their data in RPR. So, this is when looking at for multifamily properties, apartment buildings, hotels, office space, you can help your commercial clients do site selection. You can do an investment analysis on an area, and you can also create high quality client reports. With RPR commercial, those on and off market properties will show up just the way they do for residential. We also have climate and risk assessments. It'll help you find new clients, and you can create content with our new commercial scriptwriter tool. You use the scriptwriter with our trade area reports, and the trade area reports will break down an area into tapestry segments based on socioeconomic and demographic characteristics. Now, folks, I want you to understand that many commercial clients have to purchase these reports, oftentimes to the tune of thousands of dollars, and depending upon what their goals are and the area and the type of property they're looking at, it could be in the up to in 10,000, tens of thousands of dollars. So if you can bring this report at no cost to a commercial client or a resimercial, they have residential and commercial investment business model. Think about how valuable you are to them. And they can only get this at no cost from you. These are our trade area reports. In the trade area report, you'll find the population demographics, the age groups, the number of different age groups, the lifestyles. Do they have a laid back lifestyle? What kind of a car do they drive? Where do they vacation? What do they like to do for recreation? We have all of that in these commercial trade area reports. Income, education, how they spend their money. How much money do they spend traveling? Do they like to camp, or do they prefer a luxury experience? That's all in that commercial trade area report. This is what the commercial trade area report looks like page by page. You can see that it's a tremendous amount of data. Within the report, you can pick and choose which pages you want to include. And in October, we're going to be revamping our reports so that you can give them an even more customized view. But in the interim, you'll see we have on the upper left-hand corner these consumer segmentations. That's where you look at all of that demographic data. Then we break down we describe the different categories. Then our graphs for population, education, types of the unemployment, the types of employment, economic comparisons such as average household income, median household income, and then marital status. All of this is in the trade area report. And by using the commercial scriptwriter, we can take this raw data and put it into a message that's really going to showcase how you understand the market deeply. And it's going to have data-driven messaging. Remember, the consumer today has huge access to a huge amount of data. But the problem has always been they don't know how to interpret that data. And that's one of the things that we as realtors do. We're able to interpret the data for them. Now we're going to be able to do an even deeper dive on that interpretation. The commercial scriptwriter is going to put it into a script for us. In whatever format that we want, and you really will make an impression with these market insights on lifestyle preferences, economic indicators, and housing trends. And it's going to work very much the same way with the residential. When you have that trade area report up, that trade area information, and I want to bring your attention to the upper right left-hand corner of the page. You'll notice this toggle is now on commercial. So you'll click over on the upper right-hand corner of the page, create a script. And it's going to work the same way that the residential AI scriptwriter works, except it's going to be with using the trade area information. You'll still be able to share it, copy it, paste it, include it in an email, whatever you need to get your business done. Next, RPR Mobile. The trade area reports, the residential market trends, commercial, residential, all of your CMAs, your neighborhood reports, your school reports, all your reports are available on RPR Mobile. You're out in the field, you need that information at a glance. That how's the market question? You could certainly, while you're speaking with them and telling them that you have access, that you can give them a deep dive on that, you can just pull out your RPR Mobile and then have that information instantly. So you'll be able to customize your reports, really keep engaged with folks when you're out and about. And also so that it's location based with GPS so that you can set it from a half mile out to 10 miles if you're looking for information in the area, that particular area. And then you can certainly override that by just plugging in a property address. So take all of that we talked about, and also all the items that I referenced on the first slide, especially like points of interest, our heat maps, all available with RPR. So if you don't have the RPR mobile app, go to the App Store or go to Google Play and download it today. You can also use this QR code to bring you to those sites. So we did a really fast-paced, high-level overview of all of our features today. If you want more information, log into RPR, go to our blog. Our member support is available 24/7. They're located in Omaha, Nebraska. You can chat with them, email them, or call them. And that's it. And we're done with the PowerPoint. And I just want to show you on the blog, these are the links you're going to get to have a deeper dive and explanation, step-by-step instructions on everything that we talked about today, using the market trends, the script starters, turnover calculator, the script writer for commercial, how to use the Canva custom pages, where our Canva templates are. Oh, here's the turnover calculator. That's what it looks like. And then this is our learning page on the blog, blog.narrpr.com/learning, where you'll be able to do a deep dive on all of the features and tools that RPR has for you. Thank you so much for your time. I wish you good luck and hope the rest of your summer is awesome. And thank you to Racem for having RPR today.